rarely do you find, at least I haven't in my life, like the same amount of playfulness and passion in a scene partner. And I think we both enjoy that about each other, and maybe that reflects in each other in our performance. We love playing these characters. We love being with each other on set, and we love going to the deepest and darkest of places, and then we love the really ridiculous places.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.
I like to start my interviews with my favorite question, and the question is, what does cinema mean to you?
I can't help but sort of say, for me, it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime of escape, of enjoyment, of community, of going to the theater every weekend, regardless of what was showing. And that's not the case for a lot of youth now, right? And so for me now, the word cinema and what it means is fostering this love for movies and seeing movies in the theater. And it's something that we're constantly, as a business, trying to gauge the importance of that. And I love that for the past several years, like when superhero movies sort of led the whole genre, it was like, led the box office. It was like, oh my gosh, now that there aren't any big superhero movies, they're dying down. So now what do we do? And then Top Gun Maverick came. Oh, no, that can do it. And then Barbie and Oppenheimer. Oh, no, that. And then like F1 this year. Oh, yeah. Oh, and horror is the constant through line. So the great thing is, nobody needs to worry. You just need to go to the theater, because there's always something for everybody. So it means a lifetime of that for me, and having to teach and wanting to teach the young crowd now the importance of it.
Cinema, stories, they're just visual stories, and it's so rare for a story like this for an audience to be able to grow with the characters that they've grown to love, and we learn from these characters. We really do. I don't think more than just characters. They teach us about ourselves. We go to the movies so that we can learn and we can escape, but we can also learn, and I love it in Lorraine because they remind us to love and to be compassionate.
Ben, I want to start with you because in the movie, it is like a guide for your character. But did you feel something like that working with him in this set in a new universe for you? With Patrick?
For sure, yeah. It's, Patrick and Vera are both, they're sort of the originators amidst everyone else of this Conjuring universe. So like you feel the sense of like you're stepping into someone else's baby. That sounds a bit weird, but you know what I mean? But and Patrick, but they were both so supportive. Like Patrick and Vera were both so supportive, and it was just, I learned so much from Patrick, especially, I suppose, because I worked with him quite closely. And yeah, it was just a choice to work with them both.
Now I want to talk about your personal experience in this franchise, because you have been working together for more than 10 years. So I would like to know, what do you admire the most about each other in real life?
I love about Patrick Wilson, if I start singing the first verse of something, he'll come in, finish that verse, and he'll hit me with his arms, and I love that I can do that with him. I love his playfulness. This is a guy who, like, I'll be shaking my rosary and he'll get out his laptop. He'd be like, "Ooh, let me get those beats down." And then I'll shake the rosary in his microphone, and then before you know it, we layer a story, right? Like a song. He's that goofball. He's been that goofball for me, so work doesn't feel like work.
Nice. And you, Patrick? What about Vera?
Nothing.
Oh, go on.
You
Tell
kidding me?
him, Patrick.
I don't believe you.
You got one of the greatest actresses working today anyway, so to be able to have that as your scene partner for your 30s, your 40s, 50s, is an absolute blessing. But I think what you just said about, rarely do you find, at least I haven't in my life, like the same amount of playfulness and passion in a scene partner. And I think we both enjoy that about each other, and maybe that reflects in each other in our performance. We love playing these characters. We love being with each other on set, and we love going to the deepest and darkest of places, and then we love the really ridiculous places. And you rarely have that
it's a comfort level. It is
That's
like a
what they say,
real,
that
like
comfort.
lived
You
in
really have that
marriage.
freedom.
Because I know I can be shit one take, and I know I'll look over him and he won't judge me for it. He'd be like,
Yeah,
okay,
no
get on the next one.
You know, I like this because the main relationship is usually Ed and Lorraine, but not here because of you. How did you make your relationship just as strong, but still different from theirs?
I think I don't know. I think that's like characterization, and the script really allowed for that. And Ben was really good at sort of. I felt watching it portraying the supportive and loving partner, and that's kind of what Judy needs. She's much more insular and guarded and quiet. I don't know. I'll leave Ben.
Thanks for throwing compliments my way, Mia. I love it. I also thought Mia was absolutely excellent, and we spent a bit of time beforehand. I mean, I came on board the project quite late, but we had quite a long Zoom because we were in different locations where we just sort of discussed. We kind of did a timeline of everything between Tony and Judy, but I think that as much as there are similarities, obviously, you know, between Tony and Judy and Ed and Lorraine, I think they are quite different. You know, I mean, I don't want to speak too much for you, Mia, but when we see Judy in this film, she's obviously going through something in the sense of, you know, coming to terms with her powers or whatever you wish to call them. I'm going to stop talking, but yeah. So I think it's a very different dynamic, or maybe it could be a dynamic that Ed and Lorraine had 30 years ago, but it's a very different dynamic to what they currently have in the movie.
I need to ask you this. Did you ever think you would become the coolest and most loved couple in horror movies? Because we love you guys. We love you.
We love them too. We can disassociate ourselves and go, I love Ed and Lorraine. I want to play Ed and Lorraine. So, it's an honor. It means you've connected with an audience. It's rare. You just want your films to do well. So to be here after 15 years or whatever it's been.
Con Gaby Cam y Javier Ibarreche.